Oh, did we get it to work?
Yes, we now have it recording for the
Yes.
fourth episode of Pardon the Disruption. It feels
You
different.
guys have no clue how long it took us to be able to record
Just get
with
to this
friends
point.
using Anchor. Um,
Yeah,
wow.
Anchor did not want to work for us. Yeah, it feels weird. Not
Yeah,
even gonna
like
lie.
we've been trying this for like a solid 30 minutes trying to troubleshoot the whole deal.
Oh, we have.
So,
So
how's your week been?
the week's been good,
Well,
I would say.
we've been away from our listeners since it's been almost 2 weeks
Yeah, I was gonna
since we
say
gave them
it's
some
been
contacts or,
yeah, it's been
or,
a
or some
while.
content. So rehash kind of what happened in this last period for you.
Yeah, since then Wake is out of the ACC tournament. The ACC tournament's over. We lost to Boston College, so
Major pain.
yeah, I was gonna say major pain. I had them winning it all. We lost to Boston College. Kind of a sad day.
Yeah. So on my end here, um, for those who know me very well, they know I'm big into motorsports, big into racing. So here recently, I've taken a big leap personally to chase that dream of mine, a racing
Yes, sir.
simulator that is in my room. But I also broke down and started my own kart racing team. And we had our first race last Tuesday, and oh my Lord, it went awful.
I mean, at least you went out there and raced. There's always a positive out there.
Yeah, yeah. There's always a first time. I can't imagine my first baseball game or first football game went well either. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I might just be an absolute unit. I might be a beast. So they maybe went great.
Oh yeah, you
Um,
you got it in the bag, easy.
um,
Oh,
but no. So we started we started the day off pretty bad. First off, we showed up to the track and we kind of had a ballpark weight on what we thought driver and cart together weighed, but we were off. So I
by
ended up
how much?
almost 20 pounds,
Oh wow, that's a lot.
which seems like a lot, but I have to weigh 390 with the cart. So, whew, I mean, it's a small increment of that.
Oh yeah.
So, what we ended up having to do was put some more lead weights on the cart. So, we were underweight to start the day. Definitely not the delay that we were hoping for. Um, and then we fix that, kind of get the engine where we think it needs to be tuned up at,
hmm
and we go out to qualify. And something with the drive shaft and the clutch key that holds the clutch in place on the drive shaft and the clutch itself, something there malfunctioned, and the clutch key shooting out, so the drive shaft was no longer grabbing the clutch to make the cart roll.
So you
So
were
no
just a sitting duck.
qualifying. Yeah, no qualifying for us. So I ended up starting dead last in my feature race
Hey, you gotta start from the
where,
bottom. You gotta
yeah,
start from somewhere.
so it's like that song started from the bottom, now we're here. Please don't
Oh,
let us get fined for that. That would not be good.
I think if you're under 5 seconds, you're good. So we're good right now.
Yes, sir. Um, anyway, started 18th, which is dead last, and kind of stayed there the whole race. For the first 10 laps, I kind of felt like I could be competitive and maybe gain a position or two, um, just outright without any luck or anything like that.
hmm
Um, but eventually the clutch started to fade on me and I was losing power throughout the race at about the
Oh,
10
so you
lap
could feel
mark.
it.
Yeah, and we ran 25 laps. So I would end up going a lap down within the first 20 laps. And then at lap 20, we get a competition caution, which means the whole field slows down. We kind of bunch back up for a 5 lap sprint to the finish.
Whew.
Yeah, it's stressful.
Oh, I
But we
bet,
made it
dude.
those first 20 laps without any crashes or anything. So it felt clean, but that also meant the leader had a lot more time to lap me. And he also lapped the person in front of me, which meant that I was not eligible for the free pass position, which means if you're the first cart that's a lap down, you can get that lap back whenever a caution comes out,
Okay.
just kind of as a provisional rule. I was one position off of that in losing power.
Wow.
So then we get the race restarted, and I'm still losing power and just struggling. Um,
Riding that struggle bus.
yeah, and we ended up getting two more cautions. Um,
Due to
and
you or
the
just in
this
general?
uh the whole race. So if there's a caution, it means the everybody in the field.
Okay.
Um,
I should go ahead and
yeah,
put this out there. I don't know very much about racing, so if I just get corrected, it's
it's a learning curve
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm right there with you right now, trying to get everything on track figured out. So we ended up having, I think, two more restarts, and I could feel the clutch failing. Like when I get onto the throttle, the cart does not want to accelerate, doesn't want to go. So the white flag in racing means it's the last lap. That's the signal for that. So I get the white flag, um, and all of a sudden I feel the cart like jerking, and
Oh
I
wow.
hear the
Guardian had a good time.
clutch jerking, and I barely made it to the checkered flag and to the finish.
Whew.
As things were standing after the race, because one guy crashed out, I finished
Hmm.
17th.
Oh, way to
From
go.
there, yeah, I gained a position. From there, after the race, I believe the winner ended up being disqualified
Why?
for breaking some rules. Because if you're top three after the race, they will kind of tear your cart down in a methodical manner. That way you can get it put back together easy and go home. But during that tear down, they found something that they didn't like and that they thought gave him a really big advantage. So
What was that thing?
I'm not sure. I need to go look.
I got you.
Anyways, he ended up being disqualified. So 16th, baby, we're making some big strides. um, but seriously, gaining two positions, being able to finish the race, finish legal, stuff like that. Um,
Oh yeah.
you know, I hope it leads to more opportunities here in the future. I would love to be able to drive something besides carts. So if anybody listening has any connections, certainly throw my name out there. I'm Morgan Creason. Hi. But seriously, I think I can drive. I'd love to get a shot, and I'm trying to give myself that shot right now. I just got to get the equipment to kind of replicate what I think my talent level's at.
I got you. I
Um,
got you.
but it's a learning curve. We're all figuring it out. It's going to be all right.
That's cool. That's
So,
cool. Hmm.
where are we going from here? You built the episode plan.
Yes, the outline. It's leading us right into prom. Oh my goodness.
Oh
I
my
know this is
gosh.
gonna be something funny, and I'm just kind of standing up, and I'm just gonna let the onslaught happen.
Okay, okay. Full disclaimer. Full disclaimer.
Okay.
So, you've only hear me. Prom's in about a month.
Yes,
I
it
got
is.
dumped 2 weeks ago. So we all ended up in a really bad spot here
Yeah, it's
because
been
I
a
thought
rough 2 weeks.
I thought I had my plans kind of set out accordingly, based off of said person. So that kind of all got torn down with whatever this person decided to do. So we've been in scramble mode for the last 2 weeks trying to get this all figured out because me and Carter here have decided, you know what, we're not going to be losers and sit at home and sulk in our own self pity for
Yeah, I
that
wasn't
night.
really gonna
We're going to
sulk,
go,
but
well,
I guess you were. But hey, I
yeah.
might have joined you. I would have joined you. I would have taken off work. Like, hey, you know what? I gotta
uh,
go sulk tonight. I don't even know what
I got to go
sulking is.
sulk.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Just wallowing in my own self pity, just
Yes,
laying there, not even crying, just like,
just laying.
I don't know. I envision myself usually like eating like a whole bag of Doritos and like a whole
A
box of
Mountain
something
Dew.
made by like Jimmy Dean or Bagel Bites or something, and just like looking in the mirror. You know, in the card or in like Family Guy or something like that, where he looks in the mirror and he's like, "What has happened to you?" Or in the movies. Yeah, that's what I was envisioning. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. So I was like, all right, we're gonna go. Um, I ended
Yeah,
up
my
finding someone to go with, going as friends.
yeah,
Carter, however,
my prom adventure has been pretty out there. I don't
pretty
know if
out
this.
there. It's way out there, boss. Hey, I get it though. It's stressful to
I
say the
mean,
least.
I think the story kind of has to be told. My fault for the stutter there, but I think I'm
Okay,
just willing to.
let me say this before we point fingers and stuff like that. Like,
I'm
oh, Carter,
definitely
you just need to ask a girl. No, so it's not as easy as that because these girls have these ridiculous expectations nowadays where it's like proposals. I need something for TikTok. La di da di. Shut up.
exactly. I
Just be
mean, yeah,
happy that I even asked you because I didn't have to. You know,
yeah.
I could have left you going with no one at all
You
or with
could have,
some
yeah,
really bad guy.
or a bum. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, so be happy that I even asked you. Don't give me this whole it's not good enough crap because I'm more than likely already paying for dinner and a bunch of other stuff tonight.
Yeah, you're already paying
Just
for
be
the
happy.
ticket. Just put in
Yeah,
perspective, our tickets are $40.
oh my gosh, I'm not even. Mm. Just, we're gonna avoid that. Um,
So let me get kind of back on the topic of my whole
yeah,
prom thing.
yeah, so you can continue with that. I was on my little rant there,
Oh,
per
you're
the
welcome to
usual.
have your little rant, but yeah, I had this girl in one of my classes. I was like, bro, I'm just gonna shoot my shot and go
And I
into
supported
DMs.
this,
Yeah, and
like
it Morgan
wholeheartedly.
was he was rooting for me. And
Okay, here's my thought on that.
okay,
Like what I was thinking at the time. I was like, so I was kind of fresh off a breakup. So I would be lying if I said I was all in on Carter doing this because I was in my own situation and I didn't want him to feel the way I was feeling.
exactly. I see where you're coming from.
Correct reaction, but it's the one I had. But I
Uh-huh.
still supported him because I was like, you know what? We're teenagers. We don't need to find the girl we're going to marry right now by any stretch of the imagination.
Okay.
But a
Yeah,
friend, somebody to hang out with, we can do group things with, prom, stuff like that. You know? I think you
exactly.
agree.
Yeah, I mean that's all I want to go as. I literally just
Yeah.
want to go as friends. And I just was start up the conversation one day. I was like, "Hey, you want to help me with chemistry?" Then I was just trying to keep the conversation going, and it was this person's birthday, and I go, "Hey," I go, "Happy birthday," and then she's like, "Thank you," and responds with a heart, and I was like, "Oh, whatever, whatever."
Okay, okay. Now for the listeners, let's paint this picture. It was thank you, but you know the heart with like the fire coming out of it? That's what it was.
Yep,
So it wasn't like lovey. I didn't perceive it as lovey-dovey heart, but I thought maybe there could be something there.
I was gonna
You know?
say for someone that I talk to very little, and for them to do that, it just didn't add up.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, whatever. I mean, I was like, I had just stopped talking to somebody kinda, and I was like, you know what?
Which was
I'm gonna
very
try.
rocky. Like it was
Oh, that whole other situation?
yeah, but we won't get
Yes.
into that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dox that person. I'm not doxing anybody. I'm not saying any names.
Yeah, no, no, no.
But
Your privacy for the most part is guaranteed with pardon the disruption.
yes. And I was like, hey, what's your number? And she goes, okay, yeah, sure, here it is. Gives me your number. Text her, ghosted.
For a whole week, my poor dude's just trying to get in contact with her, just like make conversation, make sure he didn't do anything wrong.
Just hey,
Nothing.
nothing. Dude, you thought I
And
would have had Ghost on at this rate.
to any females out here listening to this, which I God bless you if you're listening to two
And I
guys
can pull up
ramble.
the statistics on what that is, and I'm kind of
Yeah,
interested.
yeah. But anyways,
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
there's
continue.
this social expectation that a guy makes the first move most of the times. As a guy, I'm just gonna say, if a girl messages me first, you're automatically attractive because you just took out like 90% of the work for me. Because I'm like, wow, that was easy. If you make the first move, that's like sweet. But that never happens.
Yeah,
Guys are always forced to make the first move. So at
I mean,
least
yeah,
like respond to us and just say, I'm sorry, bro, like I'm not interested. Like, come on.
you can't do that to me, bro. Like,
Can't do that.
can't do that, bro. Can't do that. So I
I
do
think
have the
that hurts
statistics.
worse than just getting a message that says, yeah, not happening.
Oh yeah, it's way worse. So I do have the analytics on this, and it's gonna shock you. Okay,
Okay.
our on Anchor, which is Spotify and everything else, our
Mhm.
female audience is 40%.
Yo,
I know. Kind of shocked me a little bit.
hello, women. We love you. Thank you for listening. Isn't it
Thank
like
you.
Women's
Honestly,
Appreciation Month or something?
I think it was last. Hold up. No, it is this month. It is this month.
Cool. We love you. Thank you
Yeah, I was
for
gonna
your
say thank
support.
you. I was gonna say thank you. I mean, that's a lot of views if you think about it. Like,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I mean, we'll just crank on to the next one. I think my prom whole thing is done with. So,
Yeah,
stupid joke at the. Oh, go
we
ahead.
gotta find somebody for you though. That's a personal conversation, obviously. So,
Yeah.
but if any ladies are listening to this and would like their chance to enjoy a beautiful prom night with Carter, feel free to send us a DM.
I, I knew that was coming. I knew it
Hey,
was gonna
hey,
happen.
it's a little bit of self-advertising for you, Just putting
Hey, you
yourself
know
out
what?
there.
I respect it. I respect it. I
Yeah,
respect
yeah,
it.
you got to do what you got to do. It's one night. We're going as friends. We're going bowling afterwards. Gonna have a great
Yeah,
time. You know,
exactly.
dinner's gonna be covered on us.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It'll be like a pardon the disruption sweepstakes, like a fan
Exactly.
experience. Yeah.
Exactly. Fan experience. You get backstage passes to the true members of Pardon the
Yeah.
Disruption.
Yeah, you'll end up in the same car with us and everything. You'll get to hear all the senseless rambling that was the
That we do.
inspiration for this senseless podcast.
Exactly.
Okay, so
So you kind of came up with this one, and I'm gonna let you run with stupid joke of the day.
all right, so stupid joke of the day. Pretty much, this is just our segment. Probably takes 2 minutes.
And it's kind of like
Where,
a transition.
yeah, yeah, and it's just a stupid, corny joke that should hopefully make you laugh or roll your eyes or have some sort of reaction that breaks your regular, boring day. So let's see which one I'm going to use today. All right, so Carter,
Mm-hmm.
what do you call a pig that does karate?
If I didn't
A
know this
pork
one.
chop.
Definitely a dad joke. Okay, got mine. Why do beats always win?
I don't know.
Because they're unbeatable. Oh, why do
It's so
farmers
bad.
do long division?
Wait, what?
How do farmers do long division? With a
Uh,
calculator. These are the
oh
stupidest
my
jokes ever, but they're funny.
god. Oh my god. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Why did the bicycle fall over?
No idea.
It was too tired.
Oh, we've had some bad ones before, but I think we found our new.
Oh, we're gonna do this every week. There's probably gonna be some repeats, but
Oh yeah. So we got the next section, and this one we'll probably be laughing a lot on too. Gym stories, and I was just gotta
oh,
preface
okay. Okay, so backstory here. So me and Carter, okay, so we met each other fifth
in
grade at
civics and
like a
economics.
Dare leadership
Yeah.
camp
Oh yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
That'll be a whole nother podcast.
yeah, that's a whole episode probably. Uh, but anyways, we met each other there, but we never like really got to know each other because we then ended up going to different middle schools.
Yeah.
Um, so we get to high school and get to know each other. We end up with some classes together, and we become friends. Our parents probably regret that, but hey,
Yeah, I
surprise.
was gonna say, and we weren't super duper close. Like if you compared us in ninth grade, like we talked in class, and then
Yeah, and we joked around a lot, and occasionally like called each other and played some video
yeah,
games when quarantine hit. But outside of that, we never hung out.
yes,
But it was just enough to bring some fantastic stories from one of our
and the
classes
thing,
together, Jim.
yeah, gym was a whole situation.
And anyone that goes to Davie knows that our gym class does not need any introduction. Like
Yes,
Davie
the
Gym is just a different animal.
yeah, we had a weird gym teacher. I'm not gonna say his name, but everyone knows him at Davy. He has the haircut that looks like
There was
Vector.
literally a religion built around this man.
Blank that man's name and ism, and they
Okay.
had like text about him and stuff. It was weird.
Yeah, they had a whole Bible for him.
Yeah, honestly, impressive.
It was. Um,
A little creepy,
okay.
but okay.
So what? Okay, so the first stupid thing we would do. Um, so before our semester, I think the county kind of redid the wax on the floors um, in our gym. So after we would do our warm ups and jog um, in class, we would go and we would um, go get some water from the water fountain in the hallway. Well, all the guys afterwards would run back into the gym and see how far we could slide across the floor.
Because who wouldn't?
The amount of burns on our body from doing this. It was stupid. I don't know why we ever did it, but
If you asked me to do it
I
now,
mean,
I wouldn't do it.
I
Maybe.
would.
Okay, maybe looking
It
back
was
on it, I probably would.
competition to see who could slide the farthest.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was fun. But we all became more and more comfortable with each other, and that led to
The trash can.
fill in the blank. The trash can. All right, so this is your story. I'll let you take it.
So this was a different person than I was then. I thought it was a good idea just to not care about. I did care about school, but didn't. And
You were a
I
jokester,
uh, I
like a
was definitely
class
joking.
clown deal.
Yeah, I was. And me and this other dude, his name, I can say his name. We're gonna call him Jeff. So
Yeah.
Jeff, yeah, not his actual name, but me and
Or you could
Jeff,
do like Elon Musk and like name him X or something,
yeah, we could call him
like
like
Elon did with
X
his
arc
kid.
angle something, whatever. We'll call him a 90-degree angle, whatever. So me and this dude, we're just kind of he's a jokester as well.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of I'm like, bro, let's just do something to mess around. And he goes, all right, I got an idea. He goes, I'm gonna jump in that trash can. I go, no, you're not. He goes, let's do it together. It'll be even funnier.
And
So
this
I'm
is
thinking,
before class, before the teacher has walked in.
exactly.
Yeah, we're in
So
uniform though. Like we've already
yeah, we're in our
changed.
gym uniforms. And I'm like, you know what? I'm in my crappy gym shoes, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna jump in here. I kid you not. I have never jumped into something so fast. I was just boom, cleared it
In it.
right in,
Yeah.
just my feet. And we're hugging each other because like it's so there's
It
nothing
is
to
a
move
small
around
trash
anymore.
can. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what do we do now? We can't get out.
No.
And at
So
that
the
moment,
whole class
it's
is
laughing.
like, you gotta stay in there.
And we hear the door open and it makes a whining noise and it goes, little do we know, the gym teacher walked right in front of us. And I'm like, what's up, Regal? Oh, might have done.
It's fine.
Whatever. I don't even care.
I mean, he is technically a government employee, so whatever.
Yeah, whatever. And I was like, oh. And he goes, what? What? And does like a double take. And
The
yeah,
look of just sheer disappointment on his face was
and I was like,
priceless.
oh wow. And he goes, I see either one of you guys in a trash can again. And I'm sending you up to that office. And it was the most funny thing ever coming from a teacher saying, if I gotta see you in that trash can again, I'm sending you up
And
to
it's
the
a
office.
weird teacher. Like this guy has said some weird stuff. Like he brought his pet hamster into
To,
class.
yeah, a hedgehog and all this weird stuff.
Yeah. Like so for him to think something was odd, it was
It meant a
it was a
lot
moment that you kind of had to be there. Like so imagine tall Carter, like tall, skinny Carter,
with a long
and
hair.
a person about my size, 5'9" ish, 170, you know, and you're hugging in a trash can and you round the corner and that's what you see. Like, I don't know.
It's a
That
little scary to look at, to think about.
that's quite the way to start a day right there. Ah,
Yep.
man. And
So
then,
the next story that we've kind of transitioned to,
okay.
basketball.
Do you want me to take this one?
Yeah, this is pretty much your story. You like to run with this story, so I'm gonna let you.
Okay. So, in gym class, we would kind of have free days. So the boys would take half the court and we'd play some half court basketball. The girls would kind of be at the half court line, doing some volleyball stuff, just kind of passing it around. And then, how do I say this? Shoot, I'll just say it. The smart kids were down at the other end working on homework, playing chess, I don't know, something.
Yeah, whatever.
Not doing much
Yes,
because PE, not their thing. Respectable.
exactly.
Um, so the girls are playing with their volleyball, we're playing basketball, and their volleyball ends up in our basketball space.
Oh, that's not a good thing right there.
Yeah, it rolls over into our basketball space. So Carter goes, "Hey," and goes to kick it back to them. I was directly in the line of this kick. So Carter, full force, boots this volleyball as hard and he's gonna make it bounce off the back wall and then back to the girls. This volleyball smacks me right in the face. Like I
Yeah, it
had
was
the lines of a volleyball on my face for the rest of the day. And what
yeah,
made
kind of
it
a
so much worse was I kind of liked a girl that was in that class. She was playing with the volleyball at the time. So it was so embarrassing because I was gonna like be a gentleman, pick it up, return it to her, you know, try to make a good impression. What I
yeah,
ended up doing was ended up laying on the ground, like
covered in blood. I think you hit your
trying to
face one
feel my
time.
face because half of it's red and numb, and she's like standing there pointing and laughing at me. Oh, that was painful.
I mean, just think about this. I did kind of help set things up.
It was a conversation starter.
Exactly.
Then that relationship also went downhill.
Oh,
Separate discussion.
that's ever.
I have horrible
Oh,
women luck. Like,
it's all
lady luck.
good.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's that story. It still hurts. Occasionally, I'll wake up and just like feel my face, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's where the volleyball hit me."
Oh wow,
Man.
it
Yeah.
hurts.
So
It hurts. I
I'm
feel
trying to
like it
think
does.
of anything else from PE, but I really don't. Carter, next segment.
Next segment, we have an embarrassing story. This is not one you came up with, so I'm gonna let you
Okay,
again take the reins on this.
okay. Well, I just told one. Getting embarrassed in front of my crush.
Yeah.
I thought she was a very pretty girl and was, trying to make a few subtle moves at the time and ended up getting drilled in the face by a volleyball that she was playing with. Uh, so
Like I
that was
said,
great.
still a conversation starter.
Conversation starter. We'll take a win when we can get a win. But my next embarrassing story. Um, I gotta think through. I got a lot. I'm kind of an embarrassing person. Um,
Okay.
so, hmm. Okay, so fifth grade. I'm going way back here.
Okay.
Throwback.
Throwback.
Um, so in fifth grade, um, we're getting ready to go to lunch, and if you had older siblings who could drive at the time, they would normally come visit you, once a month or something. I'm the oldest of my family, so never got that.
I got
But
you.
anyways, one girl, her sister came and met her for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
This one girl's sister, however, looked identical. Like the sister was shorter, um, honestly, the height of a fifth grader, and
Wow.
she looked identical to a girl in my class.
I
The
got you.
sister was holding a bag of kettle corn, and confident fifth grade me, going to talk to anyone, I was like, yo, you got to give me some of that. Thinking it was the girl in my class. Not at all.
Mm.
This girl turns around. I see like her college ID badge on her. And I'm like, oh no.
You're
And
dead.
everybody's like laughing at me and stuff like that because like I was hyped for this kettle corn. Like I was like, I'm going to need some of this. And I was like, yo, you got to give me some of that. And she turns around. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, you knew you messed up at that moment.
Oh man. That was bad shape. All right, what you got?
I think probably one of my most like memorable stories would be so I went fishing with my boy and not and I was like, you know what? This lake was sketchy. Like I've looked it
Mm-hmm.
up now. Every bass in it has died. Like it literally says there's no bass in here for you to catch.
Like,
And the water,
really unhealthy.
yeah, super unhealthy water. And I look at it and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna still keep trying to catch bass. Phew. And I like I'm like, you know what? There's got to be fish in here. If it says it doesn't have fish, believe him, because there's not.
Did you waste a whole day?
No, no, no. The story gets better.
Oh, okay.
I uh I hooked into this tree because they made like a laydown,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't get it out. And the water's like, if touched, can be toxic.
Oh.
So I'm like, you know what? I don't really care. I want this fishing lure. So, and this is in the middle of like Winston-Salem.
Uh-huh.
I drop
Oh.
down and just jump in.
Oh no.
I'm
No.
talking, I gotta get it. Jump in. My skin was icky for 4 days. Like just had like a nasty feeling. I took 3 showers in one day and I couldn't get it to get off.
Oh
And
no.
I'm sitting there going,
You straight up
oh,
dumped in a you jumped in a sewage lake, dude.
if I find it, I will. I actually looked it up on my like school computer to like find it, and it is like sketchy of the sketchiest.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, it's
That is
bad.
bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Did you lose any hair or anything? Like,
Not yet. I'll probably have like 14 different diseases in a couple of years.
oh yeah. You'll be like the poster child for those like Medicare commercials.
Oh, 100%. They're gonna be like, yeah, this kid, yeah, he's done.
All right, so I think that kind of gives us a good segue into our closing segment here.
Yeah, look
Um,
this one up.
yeah, I think you've got this one.
So, just a theoretical here. If you had to deal with one person for 40, we'll do 24 hours, except sleep.
Hmm.
Would you rather them have bad breath or bad body odor?
Okay, so what do you mean deal with? Like, are we in the same house?
You're stuck with this person. Like they're gonna be like attached to your side.
Like, we are handcuffed together?
We'll include that.
Okay, I've just cuffing him to him, and yeah, he had to be with a mime for like a whole day. I'm gonna say bad breath because I can at least like slap them and tell them to look the other way and breathe the other direction. Because body odor is just body odor. We can't direct that.
And it stays there, and you can't get it to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say the same thing here because you can make them breathe the other way, but body odor
Yeah.
is just gonna come out every single inch of them, and you're gonna smell it
Yeah.
all day.
Now, if they like turn to me and start like deliberately breathing on me,
You might
oh,
clock them.
I'm gonna have to throw hands, dude. Okay, one of the best compliments, this is kind of tied in, that you can
Okay.
receive is that you smell good. You might disagree with me on that, but if
No,
somebody
I'm
ever says,
agree.
"You smell good today," I'll be like, "Awesome." Like that is a really good compliment.
I mean, yeah, you can look good and stuff like with your clothes, but
Yeah.
if
But
someone goes out of the way and
smelling
they're like,
good, and I don't think people realize how self-conscious we are about that, you know?
"Oh yeah, I'm
So
worried
being
every
told that
time."
I smell good, that's just like that's the highlight of like my year.
That's
So,
icing on the cake.
yeah, because people can tell you like, "Oh, your haircut looks good." And that's fairly generic because it's rare that someone just gets a really bad haircut that's like worth making a comment about.
Only one person I might know, and I think you know. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
It was too much. It wasn't even his fault. Yeah, I think you know who I'm talking
Oh
about
man.
now.
Oh man. But we can but yeah, that's a fairly generic comment. Um but getting told that you smell good, that's not one that everybody receives, you know?
Oh,
I
that
don't
shit,
walk
yeah.
in like I don't meet you at your car every morning before we walk into school. I'm just like, "Carter, you smell good." Like,
You know what? Might have to start applying a little bit of Old Spice on. Start buying
yeah,
that
yeah.
expensive stuff. Just
Oh, dude, I'm rocking that like Roger Federer for men.
can't go wrong with that Roger Federer.
Yeah, I think it's like Abercrombie or something. I don't know.
Oh,
It smells
Abercrombie and
good.
Fitch is still what I use. Yeah.
But I had COVID like 3 weeks ago, so I can't even smell
Oh, I
it.
lost mine when I got it about the same time, a week or two before you.
Maybe that's why I don't hear that compliment anymore because like I legit like I try to think compliments like because my car
Yeah.
smells good, but I think COVID's ruined that for me. It's been
Yeah,
upsetting.
COVID's ruined a lot of things for me.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's it for us
Yeah.
today.
Longest podcast, but I feel like it's the most worth it.
Yeah, almost 40 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say 38 minutes and about 30 seconds. So I say we sign off.
Yeah,
Um,
so once again, thank you guys so much for listening.
yes.
All the support you show on our Instagram page. Make sure when you go to our Instagram page, you click the link in our bio. That's our website. You can uh, kind of learn more about me, learn more about Carter, learn more about
Exactly.
this whole kind of project, but also access our other pages to go listen on Spotify and Anchor. And the website's still a work in progress. So
Yep. If
don't,
you guys have any recommendations, just go ahead and drop
yeah.
them.
And any questions that you have, any topics you want us to hit, drop a DM, drop a comment on Spotify or on Anchor. We're going to try and see that. We're going to try and deliver. We're going to try and tie you guys more into these episodes as we start getting more and more listeners. So thank you for all the support. We truly do really appreciate you guys.
Yep. In episode 5, we hope to have come out next week. We're in the work in progress on something.
Yeah,
Me and
I
Morgan kind of
think
talked about this. It could be
over
changing.
the course of the next month or two, this channel is going to progress a lot, hopefully. And we're going to kind of expand into some new areas, bring in some new elements, and it's all going to be a surprise.
An
So
episode. I'm gonna give something away for episode 5. I know we've hinted at this a lot. We've talked about guests coming on, but I feel like
we
episode
don't
5 is pretty much a lock.
we don't have a definite yes on this situation, but if everything works out, there will be a third person on part of the disruption for the very first time.
And this is a
Um,
just temporary someone coming in. This is not a no
yeah,
third host.
this is a guest. This is not a full time gig, so you're still stuck with us too. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. Yeah,
Um,
you're not moving away from the original
yeah,
members of this.
you don't lose us, but
You get to hear
maybe
another
some
voice.
extra entertainment
And
and
we have our mind on someone who I feel like would provide that,
yeah,
and I
and
feel
we
like
have a
we Paul.
list of people. Like we have options here.
Yeah, it's a list of about 4 or 5 people, and we have them
Yeah.
planned out.
If you
And I
want
think
to join, DM us. Feel free
DM
to
us or
DM
come
us
talk to
on
one of
on
us.
Instagram. Yeah, we'll see what you're about, and we might bring you in for a segment on the show.
Segment or the entire podcast. It could just
Yeah,
depend
yeah. All right.
whether
Well,
we
I'm
do it.
Morgan Creason,
And I'm Carter Heaton.
and
This
this
is
is Pardon the
pardon the
Disruption.
disruption.